Yo, what is up guys? In this video I'm going to be showing you the best Bluelock rivals tier list. Now I have enough experience to tell you how good each character is. So here is our tier list, and we'll start off with the rare rarity all the way to the mythic rarity. So our first characters are Isagi and Chigiri. Alright, so here we have Isagi and Chigiri. Now first let's talk about Isagi. Now the thing with Isagi is he has a pass move and a shooting move, and sometimes people use glitches with the pass move to get the score, so it's pretty much like a double move, a double striking move if you know how to use it. But I'll tell you one thing, the direct shot is actually pretty easy to goal keep, and I'm talking about that with experience. Now the ultimate ability is also pretty easy to catch. It's overall just a bad character, and yeah, it's really easy to goal keep it. Next, let's talk about Chigiri. Now Chigiri is actually a pretty interesting character because like when you use your speed ability, it's really hard to get the ball from you, and you can pretty much just run through the half of the field, which is actually pretty OP for making comebacks. So honestly, it's actually a C tier. It doesn't have any shooting moves, which puts it at a disadvantage. Now that we've done the rare rarity, let's go to the epic rarity. Before we move on to the epic rarity, make sure to like and subscribe and join my Discord server. I give away free Robux over there. So for the epic rarity, we have Bachira and Gagamaru. Here we have Bachira and Gagamaru. Now the thing with Bachira is it has no striking moves. It only has dribbling moves, and to be honest, its ultimate is pretty weak. So yeah, overall Bachira is a pretty weak character, and it's honestly between F and C tier. Now I might go C tier because it's not that bad if you know how to use it correctly. So yeah, Bachira is a C tier. Next up, let's go to Gagamaru. Now Gagamaru is actually a pretty interesting character because I love using this character. Because you see, like, it's actually pretty fun to goalkeep, and Gagamaru is like the only goalkeeper character. The scorpion kick move actually pretty much just passes pretty far away while you're goalkeeping. So it does a 2-in-1. It goalkeeps and it passes. And the reaction time speed is actually also pretty good. So to be honest, Gagamaru is actually B tier, which is the best character so far in this tier list. Now we're done with the epic tier, let's go on to the legendary tier. Now for the legendary tier, we have King, Nagi, and Reo. King is actually Baro. Alright, first let's talk about Baro. Now Baro's base moveset has a striking ability and a dribbling ability. Now his dribbling ability is actually pretty good because you can't actually take it while he's doing it, and you can move half of the field, which is pretty good. It's like Chigiri's sprint move but faster, I guess. Now the thing is, his shot move is actually pretty good. It has a lot of power in it, and I saw a video of this guy using it from the mid of the field, which is just absolutely broken, bro. But that's where all the happy stuff ends, because his ultimate is actually pretty garbage because it only has one move and it's actually pretty trash. I mean, if you can use it right, it is possible to goal it, but honestly it's really easy to goal keep it. So yeah, it's honestly the top of B tier. It is better than Gagamaru. Now I'll put this character on the top of the B tier. Next up, let's talk about Nagi Seishua. Now Nagi is actually a pretty good character. Now its base move has one really effective move, which is Trap, and Trap is actually a crazy ability now because it got buffed. You can now actually shoot with the ability, which just makes it way better than it used to be. And Trap is actually a pretty good ability from stealing the ball from players, like when they're trying to do the air dribbling or they're trying to like flick the ball, then you can literally just steal from it. And yeah, it's actually pretty good though. Also on a plus note, it can also do defending with the trap move, which just makes Nagi almost a perfect character. I mean, it can defend, it can shoot, it can do pretty much anything. It's really versatile. But on the ultimate, there's actually a downside. The ultimate move is actually pretty hard to land, but aside from that, it's actually a pretty solid character, so we're gonna put it in A tier. Next up, let's talk about Reo. Now Reo is the newest character added to the game, and it is honestly busted. Like, this character can literally copy any mythical move. Like, this character is a legendary, but it can copy mythical moves, which in my opinion is really OP. But the thing is, Reo can only copy one of the moves, which is actually a downside. But the thing is, it has a passive. What the passive does is it can either give you shot strength on the offensive mode, or it can give you more stealing and dribbling abilities in the defensive mode, which makes it pretty versatile, just like Nagi. And like whenever you get ultimate, you can copy any of the ultimate moves, which we'll talk about later, and they're absolutely OP. So for that reason, I'll put Rayo below Nagi, but it's still a pretty good character. Now we're gonna move on to the Mythic tier. In the Mythic tier, we have the best of the best characters, and these characters reign supreme. So first, let's talk about our demon zesty boy Shido. Now Shido is actually a character that I used to use before, and I honestly love it. It's all about striking, you know, and it's good for making passing plays with people. Like if you have a teammate who actually passes back to you, this character is literally the best character that you can have. Also, if you pair this character with Sei, you can literally do a chemical reaction, which is literally so hard to goalkeep. Like I've struggled goalkeeping the chemical reaction. So yeah, to be honest, Shido is a S tier. It is so good for goal scoring, and it's not only good in technicality, its visuals are insane. Like Big Bang Drive is really the best visually animated character in the game. No debate, bro. So yeah, for that reason, Shido is a perfect S tier. But the thing is, it's not actually the best character in the game, because in one of these three characters, there is actually the best character in the game. Now first, we'll actually talk about Aiku before the Itoshi brothers. So first, let's talk about Aiku. Now Aiku is actually a defender character, so it's not about goal scoring, it's more about a support character. Now one of the moves is about passing to your opponent by taking the ball from the opponent, and the other move is about stealing the ball. Now you can actually do pretty good plays with this character, but the thing is, you won't get any goals because this character has very minimum goal scoring ability, which is actually a downside. This character is actually pretty good for defending and maybe even goalkeeping. Now its ultimate move, which is the Aiku snake ability, which is actually pretty good. Like if someone is doing a pretty close shot with Shido to the goal, you can just come in and defend it with Aiku snake. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. But to be honest, to me, I don't really like the character that much because it can goal score. It's more about the assists and stuff, which is good, but to be honest, you get all the aura from scoring goals. So I'll actually put it above Nagi and Rayo and put it on the top of A tier. Now we have the two best characters in the game left, Sei and Rin. Now Sei can actually be turned into a goal scoring machine if you do the dribbling and the passing plays perfectly, which makes Sei a pretty good character. Now there is a downside with Sei, which is its ultimate. Now the thing with Sei's ultimate is that the move of this ultimate is extremely hard to score, but when it scores, oh boy, it scores. Like 90% of the time it won't even go in because of how hard it is to land. But to be honest, Sei is actually a pretty solid character, so for that reason I'm gonna put Sei in S tier, because it can actually do a chemical reaction with Shido, which makes it pretty OP, and it gives you all the assists, bro. Perfect Pass is also a pretty solid ability, so in general, this character is an S tier. Now, for my Pookie Bear, Rin. Now, I've actually made a video dedicated to Rin and why it's the best character. Now, I actually want to show you why Rin is actually so OP. So let's just go into the field, you know. Like, for example, your opponent is here, you do the opposite direction on them. Suppose you come over here, just do this flick, go over here, and now the thing is, you can actually score from here, which is a pretty long distance. You would think, how are you gonna score here? Well, if they have an AI goalkeeper or a really dumb goalkeeper, you can literally score it from the middle of the field. So let's try. Just look up and boom. It literally goes in. It's just so powerful. Like the range is so high. Okay, so let's try it from here. And with an AI goalkeeper, it will go in. So yeah, Rin is actually a pretty long-range character when it comes to the curve shot. And Rin's ultimate can actually shoot from the middle of the game. So yeah, overall, Rin is actually the best character in the game. No glaze, guys. Anyways, you can watch the Rin video right over here. And make sure to like and subscribe and join my Discord server. I give you free Robux over there.